Today we will discuss about superconductivity, which is one of the most fascinating phenomena concerned with the material science. So before going into the theoretical part, we will discuss something about the historical background. So the scientist Kamerlingh Wonnes was doing some experiment regarding the electrical resistivity of mercury at a lower temperature. So when he decreased the temperature of mercury from 233 degree Kelvin to 4.2 degree Kelvin, that is a liquid helium temperature, he observed the drastical decrement in the resistivity of mercury. Okay, so as you can see in this figure, the resistivity of mercury has dramatically decreased at 4.2 degree Kelvin. Okay, and the same behavior was observed in the lead and tin also. Okay, so you can see the resistivity has decreased approximately to 0, and the temperature at which it has decreased to 0 is called as transition temperature or critical temperature. Okay, so as the resistivity has decreased to 0, it means the current has no hindrance or scattering to the flow. Okay, so persistent current flow will be there without any attenuation, and that is nothing but a superconductivity, and the material which shows those phenomena are called a superconductor. And as we discussed in a previous slide, the temperature at which the resistivity becomes 0 is called as critical temperature or transition temperature. As you can see in this figure, the resistivity of superconductor has suddenly decreased to 0 at a transition temperature, while the conductor doesn't show the similar behavior. Okay, so the observed transition temperature is very low, and which make the superconductor very expensive, and the temperature was very difficult to achieve. So the research has been focused from decades ago for making the transition temperature higher. Okay, so in 1977, the niobium germanium has achieved a transition temperature of 23. Then the ceramic, that is lanthanum, bohrium, barium, copper oxide, has transition temperature of 34 degree Kelvin, while the ytterbium, barium, copper oxide, which is shortly called as YbCO, has reached the temperature of 90 degree Kelvin. Okay, and the tantalum cuprate has shows the transition temperature of 125, that is 125 degree Kelvin. So those material, that is oxide ceramic superconductors, are showing the high transition temperature, and that's why those are called as high TC superconductors, while the cuprate of mercury has showed the maximum transition temperature, that is 138 degree Kelvin, and which is very fantastic. So those are some of there are some common observation, that is all good conductors like copper or gold or silver are not a superconductor, though they are good conductor, but they cannot be a superconductor, while the all good superconductors like zinc, lead are not a good conductor. So if you mix the non-magnetic impurity, that doesn't has any effect on a transition temperature value, while the magnetic impurity added drastically lowers the TC value of superconductor. Some applications of the pressure changes a normal conductor to superconductor. Okay, so in the next lecture we will study about the Meissner effect.